What's up, everybody? I am very slowly driving down a Alabama back road right now. But we're kind of getting into the end of September, the last week of September here, and things have not really exploded like I was hoping they would over the last couple weeks. Hopefully there's some good stuff ahead of us today, though. We're going to do an evening cruise and then a night cruise. Look at this little tailless Scaloporus. Spotted him running along this little piece of a log here, but we'll just let him go. I thought he was kind of cute. This is a truly monumental moment. This marks the first timber rattlesnake that I have road cruised alive since May 12th. May 12th was the last live timber rattlesnake I road cruised before this moment. Let me check my calendar real quick. It's September 26th. It's September 26th. And this is how long it's taken me to cruise one timber rattlesnake alive. And I believe I've seen upwards of 12 DORs consecutively before this moment. It's really unbelievable, the slump that I've been in. A lot of the spring, all the summer, and most of the fall. And not a single living timber rattlesnake on the road until this moment. You really just can't make that up. And I should also note, for people that aren't familiar, cruising is the easiest way to just find timber rattlesnakes. I mean, I found my first timber rattlesnake on the road. Most people find their first timber rattlesnake on the road. It's the best way to look for them in most places, unless there's somewhere that you can go that's like a communal gestation site or a den. And if you've been watching over the last couple months, you know it hasn't been a bad year for these. In fact, it's been a great year for timber rattlesnakes. Just for some reason, road cruising has been inexplicably terrible. So forgive me if I'm a little bit worked up. I just really can't believe it took this long for me to find another timber on the road this year. It's really unbelievable. But I'm going to enjoy this moment, take some quick photos of this little guy. This is this year's baby. You can see he's got one little button and is probably shed once and is dispersing from the rest of his siblings and his mother into the environment to look for his first meal. So we're going to make sure he just gets over there safely. Take a quick photo, and then keep cruising. All right, little dude, good luck out there. Stay off the road. Hopefully there's more snakes to come tonight. Pretty good start. It took until basically completely dark to find a snake, but it's a good first snake of the night. We've got the baby vipers on deck tonight. Look at that. A little fresh copperhead to complement our fresh little timber. Very cute as always. That guy has got a super neon tail too. Look at that. As always, this guy is quite fiery, so we're just going to let him wiggle off the road. But nice little baby copperhead. Second snake after dark. Just spotted this guy periscoping right on the edge of the road. It's a garter snake. I'm going to try to get a better look at it without getting mussed. But it looks like he is not going to come out of this bush, so I'm going to grab him. Oh, hello. Yep, there's the musk. All right, that's a really clean garter snake. Look at that black. Interesting. Ooh. Just want to show you to the viewership because you were very cleanly patterned for a garter snake. Really a cool looking snake though. I really would love garter snakes so much if it didn't come with the musk. Like, they have some of the most disgusting smelling musk, and every single one of them likes to use it as an absolute weapon. You can see this guy is still just trying to smear it all over me, even though I'm not even touching him. Almost didn't even notice this was a snake because it looked like a stick sticking out from the side of the road, but I had just turned around and I didn't remember seeing it. So look at this thing go. I'm not mad. I'm not mad at all. I'm just a little bit confused as to how I'm really going to go from May 12th to September whatever today is without seeing a timber rattlesnake, and then find two in one night on the road. And this one's beautiful. It's a beautiful little juvenile. Look at this. What a sweetheart. Look at the way this thing's just chilling on my snake hook while I'm getting my camera out of the car. I'm holding this with my legs right now, by the way. And this snake is just an absolute bro. You love to see it. All right, let's get a quick picture and then we'll let him go. All right, well, this snake is off the road safely, and I've taken a couple photos. I actually feel terrible about even messing with this snake at all because it's such a sweetheart. And now it's just sitting here peacefully coiled up on the side of the road. That is just such an awesome snake. So beautiful, as they always are. And so cool to see two of these tonight crossing the road. That's just how herping goes sometimes. You have ridiculous highs and you have ridiculous lows. And this is a ridiculous high. 2 timber rattlesnakes back to back after many, many months of not cruising a single live one on the road. So we'll just leave that beautiful snake right there. And maybe we'll see another one. We've still got plenty of time. It's fairly early. Well, we barely even moved, and there is a copperhead right here. That thing is super red. Look at that. That is actually a gorgeous copperhead. I wish there weren't so many snakes out right now because I would photograph it, because that thing is stunning. Really a big snake push tonight. The best nocturnal snake push we have had this fall. So I'm going to try to keep this moving, get this guy out of the road, and maybe we'll see more. It's just been snake after snake after snake for the last hour. So this is a very, very good night so far, and hopefully it'll continue. Look at how impossible this thing is to see on the side of the road. I mean, it's right there, but it's almost invisible. That's wild. I have a strange inclination that we're about to find our third timber rattlesnake of the night. I don't usually make predictions like this, but, you know, I'm feeling pretty good about it. Let's see. Well, I wasn't wrong. Unfortunately, I was wrong about it being alive. Apparently, that's why you have to be very careful about moving these guys out of the road after they're run over, because you can see he's still moving quite a bit, very freshly hit. That is a huge bummer. There's another little dude of the Copperhead variety. Definitely plenty of little vipers out tonight. Real shame. I don't know if I'm going to end up throwing it in or not, but I did find a DOR timber right before this guy, a little baby one that had just been run over. But stuff is really moving. This is our third Copperhead of the night and our 5th live viper, so. Well, just like that, it seems our window has closed. I've done quite a few passes now without seeing anything. And that's usually a sign that the night's probably over, so I'm gonna call it, I guess. I've still got a little bit of a cruise to get home. A lot of the drive is on highways, but I've got this little back road to finish up. And we're gonna get up first thing tomorrow morning and try this again during the daytime, because tomorrow should be our first really cloudy and cool day of the fall. We've had cloudy days and we've had cool days, but this is gonna be the first one that's both. And that's my favorite weather, so. We'll call it a night here unless I see something else on the way home, and I will see you guys first thing in the morning. Oh, we've got ourselves a real treat going today. Look at this. Just a blanket of clouds. This is what you want to see as a guy who likes snakes pretty much all the time. I'll take clouds in the winter, I'll take clouds in the summer, and I will especially take clouds in the spring and fall. I feel very optimistic about today, as long as it doesn't start pouring rain on us. It's fine if it rains at some point, but as long as I get a couple hours of cruising in before that happens, I think we'll see something, so let's get to it. No way. I've been out here all day. Don't go off the road. Don't go off the road. Come on. Come on, my guy. Oh my goodness. Holy crap. That took so long. But finally, our first snake of the day is exactly what I was hoping we'd see. An eastern coral snake. Look at that. As you can see, this one is not calm at all. This has got to be one of the more fired up coral snakes I've found. Look at this thing. It's just absolutely twitching. It's gorgeous, though. Look at it jumping. Holy crap. All right, I think I'm going to throw this thing in a tub and let it calm down for a second, and I'll take some photos afterwards. The sun's actually popped out. Look how fat this thing is. This is just incredible. I knew today was going to be a good day for a coral snake. I didn't think it was going to take me until 2 o'clock in the afternoon to see anything. And I definitely didn't think my first snake of the day was going to be exactly what I was hoping to see. But here we are with yet another beautiful eastern coral snake here in the Georgia Piedmont. Look at that. That's such an awesome. They never get old. These have got to be one of my favorite snakes. Look at the iridescence on the tail. And the sun is out for the first time all day. Look at this. There's just a tiny little break in the clouds. It finally feels just slightly warm out here. It's felt cool all day. And then just like that, our first snake of the day. All right, this guy is off the road and calmed down. And just absolutely stunning. What an amazing snake. I'm pretty sure this is a female. You can see she's got a pretty small little tail. I don't know, honestly, because it looks like there's a little bit of a bulge there. I'm really not sure. I want to say it's a female, though. It seems just built different from the males I've seen out here. So what this snake is doing is a very weird defense mechanism corals have, where they wag their tail to try to make it look like their head, and they'll curl it up kind of in a ball. If I poke them with a stick here, yeah, there you go. Very, very weird and cool behavior. And they'll actually move backwards with their tail kind of moving like a head. You can kind of see him there, doing it there. Just trying to get him to pose in a way where he doesn't look awkward. Look at his belly. Isn't that crazy? Oop. Definitely very full of life, this one. That belly pattern is awesome. Look at this thing just beaming in the sun. Oh, that's amazing. It's only about 70 degrees out right now, and that's about as warm as it's gotten today. So we don't have to worry about the snake getting too hot in the sun, given how cool it is. I've gotten a couple photos. I'm about ready to let this beauty go. As you can see, he's kind of relaxed right now, but if I give him a gentle poke, I'm sure he'll go straight back into, yep, tucked under the log there. All right, we're starting to attract the locals over here, so we're gonna let this guy go. They seem pretty cool and interested, but they're gathering a crowd, so we're gonna let this guy slip off into the underbrush before anyone gets any bad ideas, and we'll keep cruising. All right, well, that went well. I actually ended up showing the snake to those guys, and they were super cool, and now we're just gonna let this guy go. So he's been in the box chilling for a minute, so he's nice and re-energized, and hopefully he's going to go off into the forest here. Might just go in the pine straw right there. Kind of looks like he's found a hole right here. We're trying to, but we'll leave him to it. Oh, there he goes. All right. Let's go see if we can find another one. All right, everyone. Well, that is probably going to be it for today. I drove around for a few more hours and didn't see anything else, although I think I ate up a lot of the better time of the day, taking pictures of that coral and then talking to the people that I met, which is fine. Made some new friends, found a cool snake, and I'm content with that. I will actually flip these two pieces of tin real quick, and if there's a snake under one of them, we'll flip more. But with how dry it's been, I'm not too optimistic flipping is going to be any good. Yep, nothing. All right, well, if we're only going to find one snake today, I guess we found the right snake. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to October. It's tragically dry still, and actually a little bit warmer than I would like, but that means we can continue night cruising for at least a couple more days before we start really moving into that cool fall-like weather that we expect this time of year. And normally when we get this unseasonably warm weather in October, it is really good night cruising. Well, that's a cool first snake of the night. Beautiful little hatchling corn. Look at this guy. Look at how much light he's reflecting. We'll get him off the road and get a better look. All right, guys, so here I have the corn snake that we just cruised. And then as I was driving up the road to find somewhere safe to pull off, I cruised this little rat snake. So we have both of the native Pantherophis right here, side by side. And you can see the corn snake might have looked a little bit like a gray rat snake sitting there on the road, but now that you see him right here next to a gray rat snake, they actually are quite different. You can see the corn snake. The corn snake has that textbook V shape on the head that the rat snake does not have. And that's one of the easiest ways to tell these guys apart, even though they're both kind of similarly colored. Just look at that coloration on the corn. That's so beautiful, so subtle too. Small little blotches of vibrant orange down the back. And obviously the gray rat does not have that. Very cool to see these two side by side. These two snakes might be a couple of weeks apart at most, but otherwise they are about the same age. As expected, the gray rat is going to be a little bit bigger than the corn because they are a much larger snake when they're fully grown. That is a very small snake. It's a hatchling ringneck. Look at this thing. Look at how small. All right, out of the road with you. All right, just cruised a little brown snake, and that makes 3 snakes in about the last 20 minutes. So stuff is moving really strong right here at dusk. So I'm gonna try to take advantage of that. Well, here's our second brown snake of the night. This one is huge. Seems like I see a lot of large brown snakes on the road here. Look at this guy. Very, very big, but it's getting pretty late. Seems like snakes are still out though, so we're gonna continue on. Hopefully there will be more to come, but 2 of these guys so far tonight. All right, guys, gonna call it a night here. It was a pretty good 5-snake night with a couple of baby snakes, which is always nice to see. There's gonna be some much cooler weather heading our way this week, so I'm looking forward to that. I do wish we would get some rain, but other than that, we're moving into prime fall, so lots of exciting stuff coming your way. I'm gonna wrap up today here, and I will see you guys next time I get out.